Have you ever said something in the heat of the moment? Something you wish you could take back? Words can't be unsaid, and anger, if unchecked, can cause lasting damage. But God has given us a better way, a higher way to speak. Even when emotions are high, we can still reflect Christ in our communication. This is how to communicate God's way, even when you're angry. James 1:19 says, "Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry." When emotions rise, God calls us to slow down, pause, breathe. Invite the Holy Spirit into the conversation before a single word leaves your lips. Anger isn't a sin by itself, but reacting in anger without reflection, that's where damage begins. Proverbs 15:1 reminds us, "A gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger." Before speaking, ask, is this helpful? Is this kind? Is this true and necessary? God's communication is never reckless. Even His correction is clothed in grace. When we filter our words through love, we reflect Christ. Sometimes, the best response in a moment of anger is silence and prayer. When Jesus was insulted, mocked, and even beaten, He didn't lash out. 1 Peter 2:23 says, "When they hurled their insults at Him, He did not retaliate. Instead, He entrusted Himself to Him who judges justly." Jesus modeled restraint, not weakness. He chose submission to the Father over pride. If we can do the same, pause and pray. We protect our relationships and invite God to work. Ephesians 4:15 encourages us to speak the truth in love. Being honest doesn't mean being harsh. God never calls us to pretend, but He always calls us to love. You can express how something hurt you without wounding someone else. You can disagree without dishonoring. Truth without love is brutal. Love without truth is empty. But truth with love, that's powerful. Anger often hides deeper pain. But healing starts with humility. Maybe you need to apologize. Maybe you need to forgive. Colossians 3:13 says, "Bear with each other and forgive one another. Forgive as the Lord forgave you." When we humble ourselves, walls fall down, hearts soften, and communication becomes a bridge instead of a battleground. You're going to feel anger sometimes. Even Jesus felt anger, but He never sinned. The difference is in how we respond. Will we allow our words to bring life or damage? God invites us to speak with wisdom, to love in conflict, to communicate His way, not the world's way, because how we speak reveals who we follow. Speak life. Choose peace. Communicate like Christ. If this message spoke to your heart, share it with someone you care about. Subscribe to Faith Brings Peace for more Bible-based encouragement on building a life and relationships rooted in God.